is LA.
Just, you haven't been watching this, have you?
Mr. Dookie Fly Swatter and the
Haunted Garage!
Haunted Garage is a full-on assault.
If you took 80s slasher movies and put it in a blender with metal and punk rock, you're gonna get Haunted Garage.
There's this real fervor at the time about shock rock, how bad it was for the kids.
Oh, there you are.
Setting my ass on fire.
Yes.
It was just a total crazy shit show with like the props and the nudity, and the audience loved getting gore on them. Haunted Garage not only chainsaw them, but would pull the guts out and spread them all over the place.
The gag is, you're in the splash zone.
We were a messy band.
That was the raw stuff.
I was like, what the?
This sounds like the best thing ever.
We've evoked strong feelings in people.
We even had our own barf bags made up.
I've held on to it all these years.
It exploded. There were lines around the block to see Haunted Garage.
Just thinking about it, I get a chill.
You gotta see this band.
It's like going to a horror movie, except it's actually happening.
They were horror punk.
All you feel is roadside twisted.
They live the movie lifestyle.
He's an icon of the underground exploitational genre.
His catalog of horror films is incredible.
Doesn't just write B movies. He wrote Cold Steel. Was it Sharon Stone? Who knew?
He was LA's Peter Lorre.
Legendary punk rock god of Hollywood.
Dookie's on MTV. Holy shit.
I think that the whole world should know about him.
I think of him as a guy with commitment to his art.
I think Dookie always kind of had a big-time vision with a kind of small-time execution.
Historically, I see them following in this tradition of the most over-the-top bands. They're LA's version, and they're punk rock's version.
He puts everything he's got into it. He made his whole life his art.
That's Dookie. I mean, he wants to take it as far as he can take it.
And they're doing it with a big dose of humor and a lot of slime.
Slam, 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 slam!
Wait a minute, you're gonna get this.
Oh, thank you.
GWAR, 40 shocking years.
The band from hell.
1.3 million album sales, 22 releases, 319 songs, 200 million streams, and 50 million video views. 2,601 shows, 2 million tickets sold, 2,418 politicians and public figures killed, decapitated, flayed, or otherwise eviscerated on stage.
They've already been banned.
Banned in 3 countries in the 90s. 10 feature-length films, 11 comic books, 26 TV appearances, 3 strategic war games, 1 crack-addicted dinosaur. 347,559 parents terrified, 4 popes enraged, 2 arrests, 1 phallus confiscated, 0 convictions. 1 bar, countless tragedy, 2 Grammy nominations, 40 years of shock rock, still your lords and masters. Long lives, motherfucker! And still, Beavis and Butthead's favorite band. GWAR, 40 shocking years.
Hello, it's me, Kevin Vonesper, and you're watching GWARPod, the show where I talk to GWAR members, past and present, and other associated people. Today is no different. We have Liz Fairbairn, the ex-manager of GWAR in the 90s, when they were Beavis and Butthead's favorite band, of course. If this is your first time watching, hello and welcome. My name is Kevin Vonesper. I am a musician, photographer, documentary filmmaker from the New York City area. You may know me from my newest musical project, Pop Perversion. And the big news is, as you just saw on that little 14-second promo, we released a remix on Friday for my friends Black Rose Burning. And this, I have a little flyer here I can add for you. Look at that. Go check it out. It features Brian Biglione from the Dresden Dolls and one-hit wonder friend of mine, Imani Coppola, on violins, and my brother Evil Kitty Keith on guitar. It rocks real hard, and I'm so glad I finally have something to promote The song is called Your Retro, and you can find it on their Bandcamp, blackroseburning.bandcamp.com. And it's alongside remixes from Dead Cool, Hi-Fi Hillary, and William Faith from Christian Death and many other bands in the past. I also, oh, this is exciting. Look, wait, let me get rid of this. Let me full screen this. I got stickers. I finally got stickers, and I also have flyers. Oh my God, I've been waiting for something to promote for so long so I can finally give people cool flyers. Of course, this art is done by Sarah Hartman, friend of the show. Go hire her and get your tattoos from her if you're in the area, upstate New York, I believe. Let me know if you want any. Hopefully we'll have a sale this Friday for Bandcamp Friday, so follow our Insta at Pop Perversion. Here, let me throw this up for you. No, the letters are illegible, so I have to write it out underneath so you know what it is. At Pop Perversion for details. What else? You may know me from my video and photography work from the underground scenes in New York City area, such as this upcoming weekend's Dark Force Fest in Parsippany, New Jersey, 3-day industrial goth sort of alternative culture music festival, hotel takeover. If you're going to be there, let me know. I'll take your picture, get a little video clip. And also yesterday from my friends, the Manimals, who you've seen on my show GWARPod a few times. I've made a bunch of music videos with them. Here in New York's Baker Falls, a very cool venue on the Lower East Side. Find me there. I'm almost done with my documentary, The Life and Slimes of Dookie Flyswatter and Haunted Garage, as you just saw the trailer for, featuring interviews with members of L7, GWAR, Faith No More, and Scream Queens such as Brink Stevens and Michelle Bauer. Oh, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment below here on YouTube. And if you're watching live, join in on the conversation. Blah. Just like Katie Squid here. Hello. Feel free to chat along. And if you really like what I do, there are links in the description where you can send me a tip. This is a free show, and I expect nothing and accept everything. Now let's play that theme song, and I'll see you on the other side with our guest today, Liz. All right, let's do it.
GWARPod comes from on GWARPod. 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 GWARPod.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Excellent. Well, yeah, I think we're gonna have a fascinating conversation today. I know you. Oh boy, I don't know. This is gonna be great. Of course. Do you want to introduce yourself and kind of like what your association with GWAR is?
Yes, I'm Liz Fairbairn, the real sweet ZLP Martini.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I started with them. I think started booking a cross-country tour, their first one in 1988. Moved to Virginia in 1989 and managed them through 5 albums. They were just like in the middle of doing a record deal for Scumdogs with Blueberry Records in London. And Brocky was freaking out. He like insisted I come out there. And I was like, okay. I was living in San Francisco.
Right.
Pretty bad culture shock, let me tell you.
Well, let me rewind a little bit. I want to kind of set up the scene here. Tell me a little bit about like who you were and what you were doing at that time in the late 80s in San Francisco, like before you got involved with GWAR.
I was running a little club called the Covered Wagon Saloon. It was about 200 capacity, and I had all the record labels. I had Touch and Go, Sub Pop, Alternative Tentacles, Rough Trade, all the alt record labels, routing bands through my club, which was amazing. Like Nirvana played there a couple times, GWAR played there. But when I started doing it, I was like unrealistic, and I was, NBC and Dead Kennedys. Biafra told me about GWAR.
Really? Giallo was the first person who told you
Yeah,
about
he was the
him?
first one that told me about him.
What did he
Because I do
say?
costumes too. He was like, "Oh, Liz, you gotta see this band. You'll love them. Can I brown nose another beer off of you?"
Amazing. Wait, Jello is a drinker? I can't really imagine that.
Oh, he did more than that.
Oh, wow. Good to know. Good to know.
Going to
Well,
visit Al Jorgensen, I was like, "Really?"
well,
He's like, "When in Rome." I was like, "Oh, that can mean a lot of things."
yeah, they did do some albums together. So,
Yeah.
wow.
I
To be,
spent an evening in the studio with Al Jorgensen. Yeah, I know how it is.
not with the GWARP stuff, right?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get back to that. We'll try to keep this a little bit linear, but I definitely want to talk about that. Um, okay, here's my big question. Do you ever remember GWAR and Haunted Garage playing together? Because there's a lot of conflicting reports about that. And you were definitely around for that time period.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't remember them specifically playing together, but I don't really see it because GWAR usually had to headline, and having a messy band before a messy band
Right.
is pretty, you know. Even Rollins had to open for GWAR. He wasn't very happy about it, but he
Oh,
did.
yeah, that was at the Palladium.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a kind of a famous show in the Haunted Garage lore. Do you know anything about that? Were you there?
About the Haunted Garage show?
Well, no, it was the GWAR, Green Jello,
Oh
Rollins, and
yeah, I was
Fluid
there.
show.
I was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dookie was there. He actually wrote a Haunted Garage song about something that happened at that show. Apparently,
Okay.
someone jumped off the speakers. I think it was during Rollins' set and like
Ah.
had to get carried out on a stretcher. Do you
Yeah,
remember
that
that?
happened a number of times.
Yeah.
That happened in Philadelphia too, and he sued us for it.
Oof.
But it happened to be all on camera, so it was like, wah, wah, wah.
Wow.
The dumbass did it to himself.
Yeah, of course, you know.
It turned out to be, who did it turn out to be? Somebody I know, like one of those famous, like in Philadelphia, Seamster guys. Yeah.
Oh wow. You're like, no way, not happening.
Sorry.
What were the other, like, I guess, highlight bands for you that you were booking at the time? And can you tell me a little bit more about the Covered Wagon Saloon? Because
Yeah.
I think that's the spot where Dookie met GWAR for the first time, as far as the story goes.
I'm really good friends with Dookie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, one of my best friends dated him for a while. Actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe she's listening. Hi. I'm not
Hi.
gonna names.
Yeah, that's fair. I won't ask, but feel free to reach out if you're watching.
Okay. I was offered. I was really at a low point in my life. I've done a lot of things. I am also a costumer, toy maker, toy designer. I worked at the Teddy Ruxpin place.
Oh wow, I had one of those as a kid.
Oh yeah, I still have a prototype.
Oh wow.
Of course, everybody used to put like punk rock CDs.
Of course.
In there.
Yeah.
And I was at a low point, unemployed, broke, and my friend Becky took me down to the store where all the bike messengers cashed their checks, and she had a credit account there to get me some food. And her boyfriend lived upstairs in this creepy ass hotel that was over the Covered Wagon.
Mm-hmm.
And we went over to see him, and she had to ask permission to get in. And the lady asked me if I could book bands. I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, one of my roommates was GH from the Dead Kennedys, and another one,
wow.
Vito from Flipper. You know, I knew the guys from NBC and everybody. And so my first show was, who was it? It was RKL and I can't remember, but yeah, it was really fun for about 3.5 years. And then the sort of ending point was when I booked Gigi Allen.
Yeah. Oh, right. You mentioned that. Tell me about Gigi Allen.
Oh my God. Well, I was all for it. I was all gung ho. You know, artist rights. The guys.
Had you met him before?
I had not met him before, no. But I knew what I was getting into. I was not, naive. Nobody else would book him anywhere in the Bay Area at all.
Right.
Nobody. And I was like, I didn't tell my boss everything, for one thing. She was this middle-aged lady, kind of cuckoo.
Hmm.
And he ended up bashing this girl in the head with his mic stand, the bottom of his mic stand. And she sued the club, and then we had the earthquake, and I was like, I think it's time to move to Virginia.
Right. Well, yeah. I have one more question before we get into all the GWAR stuff.
Okay.
Because I know you were associated with this in some manner, so I want you to tell me, what was Tragic Mulatto?
I was a dancer for Tragic Mulatto. That was the actual first time I ever met Brocky in person, face to
Oh,
face.
well, that's a good segue then. Yeah, tell me
Yeah.
about that.
We were on tour. I was on tour with Tragic Mulatto, and we played a show together in Charlotte, I think, in North Carolina. And yeah, that's the first time I ever met them. I'd been talking to him on the phone for ages, but I'd never actually met him in person.
Right.
And I ended up jumping in the GWAR bus to go home with them, and that was a real adventure. Even with Tragic Mulatto, who was like, effectively the butthole surfers. Alistair had half a shaved head, and Gail had a feather, that's a duster up her butt, and
Hey, Dookie stole that trick later on.
yeah, well, it's okay. I was dancing right behind Gail, so what can I say?
And what kind of like music? How would you describe Tragic Mulatto? I don't really know much about
I
them.
love Tragic Mulatto. They're on Alternative Tentacles, and it's very heavy on bass and drums, which is my favorite. And Gail, the lead singer Gail, we used to call her I forget the nickname we had for her, but she could scream like David Lee. Oh, Flatula Lee Roth. That's what we called her. Because she could scream like David Lee Roth, or she had a beautiful, like, melodic voice as well. It's really an incredible band. You should check them out.
Yeah, I definitely have to.
They're really like a hidden gem.
Yeah.
But definitely a big surprise to GWAR.
Right. So, I guess you started booking GWAR before you started managing them. How was that?
Yeah, because I called it up. Okay, I called up the Metro, which
In
was
Chicago?
Rockets Band, I think. Yeah.
Oh, in Richmond.
In Richmond.
Mhm.
And I was like, hey, I'm looking for this band GWAR, because nobody got a phone number. And the guy's like, oh, hold on a second, I'll go get them. And I'd never traveled much outside of California, so I had this thing like, oh, they're opening this screen door in this dusty road, and he's going to go over and go on his.
Yeah, I think they lived like across the street, right?
They lived right across the street.
Yeah.
They didn't live there, but that was the slave
Right, the slave pit, yeah.
Some people lived there.
I'm sure.
But he went, Brocky came in, and we started talking and never stopped, basically.
And so
I wanted them to
booked
come
a whole
out
tour
my
for them?
club. Huh?
You were booking a whole tour for them, or just
Yeah.
for San Francisco? Yeah, did
No,
you
I
book?
wanted them to come out and play at my club, so the deal was I had to book them a whole tour.
Had you booked other bands for like full tours before?
That
No.
was the first one.
Wow.
But I had a lot of experience from booking touring bands.
Right. Yeah. Were clubs how were they receptive to GWAR? Like, were they confused or?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you not love it? But it was like those shows, in those days, like at the old 930 Club in DC. Did you ever go there? Or you too
No,
young
I never
for that?
did, but I've heard a lot about it.
There was blood dripping off the ceiling, and the bartenders were ducking behind the bar to it was like the whole place was spewed upon, like the entire place.
Right. Yeah.
It was an adventure for them and for me, and I jumped in the bus and made it all the way to Lawrence, Kansas, and I was like, no, I can't go, not right now. I had to go back.
At the outhouse?
The outhouse. Did someone talk about that?
I have video from it. I think I've heard some stories about it.
The show was out in this like cinder block structure, and there was a huge lightning storm. It was like out in the middle of a cornfield, and there was a huge lightning storm, and the promoter had guns, and he ran off.
That's what I don't think it's the show I saw on video, but I've heard that story where the like GWAR's playing and the guy's like shooting guns in the cornfield and stuff. Dude,
Yeah.
that's nuts.
I was like, I think I have to go back to San Francisco now.
Yeah.
And I jumped off and flew home from there.
Wow.
Otherwise, I would have just never made it home. Yeah.
So had you managed any bands before GWAR, or why? How did that come up? Why did he choose you?
I don't know. You know, I don't know. I mean,
Hmm.
Rocky wrote a nice piece about it in his the onrushing grip of death.
Right.
You know, everybody was always paranoid when their part came in to get written about, you know, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I've heard some people try to get some parts removed.
Oh yeah, Colette. But he said really nice things because I taught him. I'm a pretty quick study, and I taught him all about merchandising. I got him a big merch deal, and all the whole long way I taught Dave how to do it himself. You know, I didn't withhold my information. I included him and included everybody who wanted to be included in the process of building the band. We were like a collective as opposed to I was the manager and they were the band. We were like, I was just the business part of the whole group, you know? And Brock and I worked together, even though some of the other band members might dispute that, but we worked together a lot. He understood what I was doing and why I was doing things.
Right. And so you said at the beginning that you kind of came into the picture when they were signing the record deal for Scumdogs. That was, I believe, technically it was called Master Records, right?
No, that was I don't
That
know,
was something
maybe
else.
Blue Beat Records. It was
I know it was like a guy from like the ska scene, right?
yeah, exactly. It was what was his name?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't remember.
Yeah, anyway, we signed with them and they went belly up and I had to buy the masters back from the insolvency courts in London, which I
Well,
did.
thank God you did, because that's like, you know, now they own that shit. It's great.
I know. I bought it back. Like GWAR is one of the only bands at the time that owned their own masters. I bought them back and then licensed them to
Metal Blade.
Metal Blade, yeah.
Yeah.
So they ended up, I saw that they were listed as Metal Blade. And I was like, no, it's not exactly true, but
What, now?
now they are, yeah.
Oh, no. I mean, now they just put their own records out.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
really?
they do the Pit Records, yeah.
Oh, they're not even doing Metal Blade anymore?
I think Metal Blade still owns a bunch of them, and they're probably working with them to maybe re-release some stuff eventually. But I don't think they're technically on any record labels except their own. I think they're just doing Pit Records. Yeah.
They're doing good with it.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, they were amazingly. I was so happy the last week when I saw them.
Oh yeah,
all finally came together. You know, they seemed relaxed and happy, and the production was amazing. You know, whoever's doing their booking of their tours is amazing. You know, it all came together the way it should be.
Finally, after 40 years.
I know. I said that to Matt, and he just rolled his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, you guys finally
No, it's a well-oiled
together after
machine
40
now.
years. Yeah, no, they're doing great. Their social media is really on point. It's
Yeah.
good.
When's the last time you had seen them before? This
Seen them
last week?
at a show or seen them in person?
I guess either one.
I guess it would. Well, I saw him at one other time in LA. I kind of avoided it for the longest time just because of baggage, you know?
Yeah, right.
You never know. Because actually, Hunter and Danielle are here in LA.
Right.
So there's still drama going on here. It's all nice and quiet in Richmond. There's all this drama going on here.
Right. Yeah. I don't know where all the landmines are. I'll have to be happy to talk to everybody.
Well, you're finding out, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I know. And even when I booked you, I was asking them, I was like, you guys still like her? This is cool, right? And everyone was like, yeah.
Really? Everybody?
Well, I was talking to Bishop and Dirks specifically.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of them weren't there at the time now, so
Yeah,
couple
no,
of them.
I talked to Hunter at the show. I'm gonna book him
Right,
to
he was at
my
the show.
show.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah, we'll talk about the wrestling stuff
I
as
still have
well
a
later.
sort of a detente with Danielle. Just
Right.
mostly due to her boyfriend, not her. That's another
That's
story.
yeah, I want to hold my tongue because I still want her to be on the show, but I've heard
She'll do
things
it.
like that.
She can't help herself. She'll do it.
Yeah, yeah. When the time is right, guys, it's gonna come together. Don't worry. Um, so okay, so now we're making Scum Dogs of the Universe, right? This is kind of where you enter the picture. Like, what was that like? What I don't know all the right questions to ask you, but we could talk about certain eras and see what comes up naturally for you.
Well, when I moved to Richmond, nobody was there at the airport to pick me up.
Oh no.
I called the sleigh pit and Brocky's like, "Oh, good, no shit,"
Mhm.
And Rob Mosby came to pick me up, of all people. And I moved in with Chuck and Dave. And
Oh,
then
that's
we were at
cool.
the old sleigh pit. And they were recording. I was working in a little office. And we were planning, not very long after I got there, we went on tour in Europe. And
Oh
that was
yes, the
a
infamous
whole
Europe tour,
show.
right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Most of those were canceled, right?
Most of them, yeah. We ended up sitting around in Blue Beats offices and some squat and somewhere in London most of the time.
Yeah. Was that like, I mean, it must have been disappointing not being able to play, but was the publicity kind of awesome?
Oh yeah, are you kidding? It was the
Yeah.
Sun, it was like a centerfold thing, with photos, and they were all
Right.
up in arms. Some member of parliament got in on the whole thing too, even. It was pretty crazy. They'd seen a show in LA. They were like, "Oh
Wow.
my God, this is all real,"
Wait, they saw the show
$5
and they
off,
thought it
bring
was
your mother's
real?
head, like.
I mean, Guar couldn't make it any more goofy looking, I feel like, to people. They were killing people on stage. That's crazy.
I know, but British thrive on that shit. And the Sun,
Mhm.
especially being a tabloid like that, they loved it. Are you kidding? And I was
Yeah.
there, like, we were freaking out every show we did do. And I was like going around the perimeters, making sure we had an escape route. And
Oh,
we
wow.
had both entrances covered and all this stuff. And they were just laughing. I went in the back, and when they did the titty chop,
Uh-huh.
the cops were laughing their asses off.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, how you can't take it that
Yeah.
seriously.
It's like, but it was just a big thing,
Mhm.
nationally. It was a big thing. And it's a
Well,
great way to enter the country, I guess.
for
Except they
sure.
sit in holding for hours and hours.
And I will say, like, without like the modern social media aspects back then, when you saw a picture of them black and white, like over photocopied in the newspaper, they did look kind of scary.
Yeah.
And you didn't really like you didn't really know what you were looking at. You're like,
Oh, they
what
look
is this?
scary after a show with all their gear
Yeah.
off, with their makeup still on.
Oh yeah. Well, there wasn't as many pictures of that back then.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Here we got a question from the audience here. Let's see. You have any stories about the school bus days? Tell us about the school bus.
Oh, I have so many stories about the school bus days. Where do you want me to start?
Wherever you want to start.
Oh, well.
Was it the first school bus or the second school bus?
The first school bus is the first one I went on. It was a standard issue school bus, and Brocky had taken Dayglow green paint and, done things like this on it, like Frenchie, the French demon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. That's cool.
And all over it. And it was goofy, but people were freaked out when it rolled into town, and all these
Yeah.
people who were dyed pink with black around their eyes got off, and it's kind of like freakoid. You didn't know what the hell was going on, especially in the deep south.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I did a couple of trips on the GWAR bus.
Were you? Oh yeah, you were saying this the other day to me. You were there when El Duce was on the bus?
Yes.
Tell us about El Duce.
I didn't realize Michael had done that in the interview.
Yeah, well, that interview went unseen until recently. Like, I guess it was kind of forgotten about until they put that documentary together. It was like during COVID.
That's funny.
Yeah. How young did he look there? I mean, he must
Uh,
have been what, 19 or something like that.
the first time I got on that bus was in Charlotte, North Carolina. We had to drop Michael off at high school
Right. Wow.
on the way back.
Jesus. So he was probably like 17.
Something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Something like that.
Well, what's the story from your perspective about El Duce? Were you there for that
It was
whole all
my
those?
problem to deal with
Oh no.
because yeah, they were like, get him off, get him off, get him off. And I'm like trying to figure out how to lure him off the bus. And we did finally lure him off the bus.
Drinks?
Yeah, a 6-pack
Yeah.
of beer. Here. There's a 6-pack outside, and then we close the doors.
I know, it's like the El Duce trap. Oh my
He'll
God.
do anything for booze. Like that whole interview about Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love.
Oh yeah.
We were watching that, and it was like those poor guys really got douched, man. He got douched.
He did die right after that, which is pretty tragic. So
Yeah.
it added to the conspiracy lore about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then did you book the mentors?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They used to hang out at my bar.
Oh God.
Yeah, Black Dahlia and all those.
Oh
guys.
yeah, the dwarves. Yeah, and they were on
Yeah.
the last tour. Not the current tour, but the last tour with GWAR. They were back playing
The
with them.
mentors, like Gigi Allen, had a kind of a rotating cast of band members.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Yeah, I guess who was like the most what's the right word? Infamous, notorious kind of band you would book back then? Was it GWAR, Gigi Allen, the Mentors, the
Gigi
Dwarves?
Allen.
Who caused the most chaos?
Gigi Allen, by far.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was. I was just standing by the exit, and people were running out bleeding, and I was just like, "Oh God, what did I do?"
Yeah.
I was like taking my, defensive artists a little bit too far. I think
Right.
endangering other people and endangering the licenses of my boss and everything else. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't cool.
Did the Dwarves start any fights when they played for you?
my-
Or
Yeah. There
yeah.
was fights.
Black, he's in the documentary. He was actually my
Yeah, he
first
used to
interview.
sit. I'd walk in for work and he'd be sitting at the bar. Hey, Liz, what's up? I'm still in touch with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing great. I love the Dwarves. They've definitely
Black
also straightened out a little
Sweetheart,
bit.
let me tell you. He's a sweetheart.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always been really nice to me. They played the last ever Hana Garage show in 2021
That sounds like a good show.
at the Green Jello studios.
Oh
or
my
a
God.
web studio.
The one with I don't know if they're still in the same place. They used to have this place on Hollywood Boulevard with
The old they used to have the old Frank Zappa studio. They're not there anymore.
the
No,
rainbow
definitely not.
steps going up. Yeah.
I don't know. I never went there, but yeah, that's long gone. I don't even think that building exists anymore.
Probably
What do you remember about the Green Jello? Because you were kind of around. Did you book them in San Francisco as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What was
Stayed at
that
my
like?
house. Remember we had this one. I lived in this big old 7-bedroom flat on Haight and Ashbury, like 2 doors up from Haight and Ashbury. It was half hippies and half like bike messengers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the Green Jello girls like slept with my hippie roommate, and he was like really nice after that.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
He took one for the team.
Right. That's funny. Let me see. So I see your questions. I'm gonna get to them like in the timeline of the story. I want to ask you this since you mentioned it at the beginning. What was the whole deal with Al Jorgensen and Scum Dogs? And I heard he was maybe gonna produce the whole thing at one point. Was that true?
Yeah, he ended up only producing one song or remixing.
I heard two. I heard he did two, but only one of them made on the record.
You only did one that night in the studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And his engineer, I forget his name now. He rode his motorcycle into the studio. I flew there from Richmond and got there, and he immediately dumped out a bunch of coke on the console and spelled my name with it. and it was on for the whole rest of the night. And then I had to buy it like completely bucked up with the masters to LA to give them to Metal Blade. It's like, oh God.
Was Bishop there with you as well? Because
Mm-mm.
no,
I was
oh,
by myself.
because I think he went up by himself once when they were mixing, and I heard the same story about the line of Coke, but he said it was spelled, I think, Fugazi.
Oh, really?
But I could be wrong.
Thank
I
God
mean,
there's
those
only
stories.
3 letters in my name.
I know,
That's all I can
right?
say.
Well, so did you watch him work? Like, what was that like? It must have been pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
he's a freaking maniac, but he knows what he's doing. He
I
works well under the influence, I'd say.
Right, yeah, I would have loved to hear the whole album done by him, because the one song that's on it, that's like, I think it was the first Guar song I ever heard, and it was definitely memorable.
Yeah, he did a good job, and the label liked it. I'm not sure
Yeah.
exactly what the end was, whether they put that one on the album or released
Well,
it as a single, or I
it
don't
was
remember.
Horror of Yig, so that one was on the record, but I heard he also did yeah, I think they also did a version of Black and Huge, but that's still unreleased.
Not the time I was there. But
Right.
yeah.
I think the first time I heard that song was in the movie Mystery Date.
Oh God, yeah, I was there for that too.
Yeah, tell me about that. I love that movie. I knew that movie before I knew Guar.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, we all went up to Vancouver. They took us out for lunch at a titty bar where there were completely naked girls in showers, We were
Mhm.
like, wow, Vancouver's kind of cool. And we were on set and those guys were misbehaving on set, of course, Like what's the guy? He's
Ethan
really
Hawke.
much more famous now.
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke was like one of the guys in line at craft services and someone insulted him. I can't remember. It was just the usual.
Yeah.
It was fun. I remember being on a cell phone in the airport
Oh
on a
wow.
conference call to New York, and the cell phone, I could have killed somebody with it. It was like a field phone, But I thought it was so cool. I was like, I'm talking on a cell phone.
And did you set that up, that whole movie thing? How did that come
Yeah.
about?
I don't know, the usual kind of, someone contacts us and, sometimes things happen. Same thing happens with Lucha Vavoom all the time. You work your way through things. And
So
it
they
worked out.
contact you. They specifically wanted Guar in this movie.
Yeah, it wasn't like we knew it was even happening and went, hey, we want to be in that.
Right.
No, they asked us.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's negotiating. That was my whole job, stuff like that. Not
Yeah.
my whole job. I was also babysitting part-time.
Yeah. You mean the Guar members?
Yes, exactly.
Or yeah, not like actual.
They hadn't spawned any new human beings yet at that point.
Yeah, I guess give me like a little bit of a picture of what it was like working at the slave pit at that time.
I'll give you some highlights. Sitting on the phone, talking to God knows who.
Oh, I got a picture for that, right?
I feel something warm and soft on my shoulder, and I turn around and it's Rocky's dick.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, or
well, did you tell HR?
Yeah. They wrote him up for it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was entertaining. People were running in and out, this and that. Brocky and I had desks next to each other, and we'd be in there doing our thing. I worked at IBM.
Is this?
That's me at my desk.
And I love that like phone rests kind of thing.
I know. I was on the phone all the time. I'm almost twice as big as I am now. I don't know how I did it.
Yeah. So like who would be calling you all day? Or would you be calling other people?
Our lawyer, Andy Tavel, Brian, or someone from Metal Blade, booking agencies. We were with William Morris, with Don Muller, who's one of the original Lollapalooza guys. He was our agent. And then we got kicked down to his assistant, who's now the head agent, like a music department at William Morris. We were with Willie Morris the whole time and with Andy Talbot the whole time.
Mhm.
I don't know what happened after I left. I don't know if they continued. I don't know.
Right.
I stuck around long enough to help him, you know, transition into other management, but I
Yeah.
didn't really stay in touch after someone else took over.
Right. Well, we'll get into that at the end. We're still in the middle of Scumdogs right now.
Okay. Oh, well, we got a ways to go.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Again, like I don't know exactly the right questions to ask you in every case. So if anything comes up and you want to, it's a good story, please just let it go.
I love telling stories.
Here, we can
All
skip
true,
around.
too.
Yeah, right. I
The
believe
best
you.
of my recall, they're all true.
Let's skip around a little bit and get some questions from the comments. Were you around when they put together the X Cops?
Oh,
And
yeah.
do you have any stories about that? That was
That
about
was the Texas
94, I would
edition.
say.
Yeah. That's when Pete and Casey came. They lived my roommates for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they were just goofing off,
The Texans.
The what?
The Texans.
The Texans, yes. We had barbecues, and they were like Flintstone barbecues. They would have steaks this big,
That's great.
That's when they were living with me when Pete got shot, actually.
Was that like a difficult thing to put together, like a side project? And were there other like ideas for things like that you remember that never came to
It was so
fruition?
small at the time. Yeah, there was ROG. They got tired of putting all the gear on.
Right.
So they started, making smaller, more manageable bands just so they could play music. There was ROG. ROG came first and then X Cops. X Cops was like Casey's thing, I think.
I think that was,
Yeah, Bobby loved it too.
I think Pete wrote most of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. You also said I saw them in Texas, best GWAR show I've seen. Yeah. And the show is like I said, it's a well-oiled machine now.
Yeah, so good. So good.
Took some friends and they were grossly offended by the "Have you seen me?" saying they have no excuse, how they're normalizing violence against kids. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess they started that back then. How was the reaction to that back in like 91, 92?
Nobody gave a shit.
Right. Do you think people care about it more now than they did back then?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, look what happened when Trump got upset. It's just publicity for GWAR, so put up all you want,
I
Works
know.
for them.
I know, and they've been killing presidents for 40 years. So.
Oh, yeah, they killed Reagan. Come on.
Yeah, they brought him back from the dead to kill him.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's funny. Oh yeah, we'll get to that at the end, of course. Right. Yes. Do you have, let's see, any fun behind the scenes on working on Phallus in Wonderland?
Oh yeah. It was
And
very
how did that come
stressful.
about? Like, I mean, as management, like, was it like a whole movie? Are you guys crazy or?
No, like I think who was it? Was it Hunt? No, it was Michael saying the whole "Don't talk about it, do it," and that
Oh
really
yeah, that
was
was
the motto
Hunter's
of the slave
tagline.
pit.
Yeah.
It was on the door of the original
Mhm.
slave pit, and just nobody really thought about not doing something once an idea came up, and everybody just started working on it, and then we were doing it. Next thing I know, we have these guys from Canada. They're kind of douchebags.
Doing what? Like
They're directing and producing it.
Yeah, wasn't it like didn't the director like quit in the first couple days or something like that?
Yeah, he went out of his mind. Like everybody else was just looking at him like, "What the fuck, dude?"
So what was that like a crisis for you as management?
Oh, it was just nonstop. Yeah, that was the part where it was as GWAR started growing quickly. It was nothing but a nightmare for me at that point. But it was fun still. They made me do lines, and that was not good because I can't stand being in front of a camera. It's okay in this circumstance.
You were in it? Who did you play
I was
in the
a court
movie?
reporter.
Oh, okay.
I had a wig on.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, I mean, we could show this. This is the Grammy nomination
yeah,
picture, right? So what was it like being nominated for a Grammy for that silly movie that you made?
We took it very lightly. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you heard Rocky's rant about.
Oh, I've heard it. Yeah.
I
the
love
Dave
it.
Grohl rant.
I just watched it again. I was like, yeah. I don't know why he was picking on Dave Grohl, but they were really good friends.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he was just being
Dave's
odorous.
talked about it on stage, you know, like he was like it was honored, you know, to be made fun of like that.
Yeah,
Apparently
sure.
he was considered to be their drummer when they were getting Brad in the picture. Were you there for that,
Yeah, I
or
remember.
did he actually come in
Yeah.
an audition, or
He went to an audition. Yeah.
really he was
came
actually
and
did an
auditioned.
audition?
Yeah.
Tell me
wasn't
about
in it,
that.
but he was
I know
lived
he
in-
was in Scream, right? He was like a teenager.
Yeah, he was living in DC. He was just like a kid, you know.
Yeah.
And there was none of this not Nirvana or anything yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
I know. Could you imagine the alternate timeline if he joined GWAR instead of Nirvana? I mean, that's like almost happened.
It did almost happen. It did absolutely. I'll vouch for that. It almost happened. I don't know why in the end it didn't. Maybe he got an offer from Nirvana or something.
Well, it was around the same time. I mean, Nevermind came out in 91 and so did Scumdogs, I believe. 90
Yes.
or 91.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Dave, come on the show. I want to get Dave Grohl on this show. I'm sure he'd be happy to talk about GWAR.
He would. He's a totally chill dude.
Yeah, if anyone knows how to get in touch with Dave Grohl, yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody around here does. He's
Yeah,
like,
well, hey, if you know anybody, that would put the message out for me. You know, I just figure like, just like the Sarah Sherman episode, like people think it's so crazy to talk about GWAR that they might just do it.
yeah, just do it. Don't talk about it. Do it.
Yeah, don't talk about it, do it. Do you remember, were there any like fans of GWAR at the time that you were like, holy shit, how do you know about GWAR, you know?
Oh yeah, like there were people with bands that were like doing their dissertation on GWAR.
Back in the 90s?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What were they like? Did you read any of them, or?
I didn't read the end dissertation, but I was just like, they were actually academics.
Right.
More as they should. There was a lot more to it than the silliness and the baseness of a 14-year-old boy. You know, there was a lot more to it. You know, you've heard, you know, that rant that Dave did. He did it in odorous style, but in actuality, you know, the whole gay thing too. I mean, he made it complicated, but it was really easy. His older brother was gay and died from AIDS.
Yeah.
And he worshipped him, and he made like audience after audience of young men say, "I'm gay and I'm proud" at the show. I freaking love that. He turned on the microphone. "I'm gay and I'm proud."
Yeah. Also, that song on Ragnarok about AIDS.
Yeah.
I've got AIDS. You've got AIDS. You know.
And
like,
he said, "Derriere, there's no more homo butt chain. You'll get AIDS."
yes, Derriere, a future episode of this podcast. Just you guys, it's gonna happen. Jim Diaz will be on the show once he's ready. With
can't
some
wait.
new Derriere stuff.
I can't wait.
Yes. Yeah, I loved that about Dave's outlook. Like how he described it was like they were you know, the collective consciousness. He's just like this room full of metalheads kind of absorbing this concept without really realizing it. Something, you know, serious issues like AIDS and it's goofy on stage, but it's like, yes, you got a whole bunch of people in the crowd just screaming, "I'm gay and I'm proud," and that's kind of amazing.
It's amazing. It really is. I was so like overwhelmed with, I don't know, respect for him when he did stuff like that.
Was there any other examples of things like that you can recall?
Or he would get very political in that very, you know, Brocky way. No, but he and Michael, particularly the two of them, were bonded in a certain way. kind of like
Bishop or Dirk?
Bishop.
Uh,
That's why we all said only he could take over for Dave after. I mean, they even let me in on my opinion. They
oh
asked
yeah.
my opinion on it. Yeah.
Did they have other? I mean, not to name names or anything, but did they have other people in consideration?
I don't think there was
No.
ever anybody else seriously in consideration.
Yeah, I always say that's the best possible outcome for the worst possible, situation.
Yeah. No, he and Dave were bonded musically and intellectually and creatively.
And his voice was also already a part of GWAR's history, so it's not
Yeah,
like something new. Amazing.
exactly.
Yeah. Dave Grohl as their drummer would have been a ridiculous alternate universe possibility. Yeah. I can't imagine what his character would be. Yeah, do you think any thoughts on what Dave Grohl's character would be?
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
See,
Where
this is why we got to get him
characters
on the
come
show.
from. Those characters come out of somebody's head.
Yeah.
Usually Bobby or I don't know, whoever's doing it or who knows.
Yeah, for sure. Did you ever get any outrage phone calls?
Outrage phone calls?
Yeah, like people mad about what GWAR's doing and being
I think
offended
more
about
like
it.
letters and eventually emails and stuff, but no phone calls really.
Yeah. Did you get a lot of fan mail and letters back then?
Yeah, lots.
Yeah.
That was before email.
Right. And was it your job to open all that shit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rocky did it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Any highlights that you remember?
Oh, the scallop boat one.
Oh, that's a real letter?
That is a real letter.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the guy.
Did you read it? What did it actually
I did
say?
read it. We all read it. There's this guy, he was lonely and he was working on a scallop boat in Florida and this whole story of his life, and they ended up writing the song.
Yeah, and I remember them teasing that song live in like 91, 92 before they recorded it way years later.
Yeah.
So that's like an old, probably like 92 they started.
That was the only
that
one that I
song.
know of that actually was actionable.
Do you know if that guy ever heard that song or
I'm sure
what
he
happened to him?
I don't know. Don't know.
Yeah, interesting.
Rocky often kept in touch with fans. He was
Mhm.
really, really good like that. For many years, he would keep in touch with certain fans.
Yeah,
that's why
good.
everybody loved him so much.
Yeah, and they would probably meet him on tour too, right?
Yeah, he was very open and, not a rock star at all, like that.
Yeah. That song was based on reality. Yeah, I know. Can you believe it? It's great.
I can, because I knew him pretty damn well.
What's up, Vinny? Hello, Vinny. I've met Mike Bishop a couple of times, and I can honestly say he is down to earth, nice, and very passionate about how much GWAR means. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was my favorite musician growing up too, so I'm so glad that he's back in the band.
Yeah, he took a break to get a PhD.
Yeah, Dr. Bishop.
Dr. Bishop.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe we can start going through
then
this.
He quit academics and got married, moved to Florida, and had a kid, and
right
now he's just touring with GWAR.
Yeah, and good for him. And he's got a new band coming out too, I heard.
Yeah, Sunny Smoky Mountain something.
I haven't heard the name of it yet, but I know it's him and Tim Harris and the drummer from Lamb of God.
Yeah, Randy? No, Randy's not the guy.
No, the drummer. I don't know his name. I don't know. I honestly don't know that much about Lamb of God, you guys. It was never really my thing. Although I did miss them at their first tour ever when they were opening for GWAR and Amen back in the late 90s.
Yeah, they're
or early 2000s.
And then Randy went and got busted, and wherever it was, he got busted.
Yeah, in Russia, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. Did you know them at all?
Yeah, they were just around Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, one of them lived 2 doors down from me, or something like that.
They were like they were Burn the Priest back then, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Were there any other like local Richmond bands that you were a fan of?
Oh yeah, Slang Louse was amazing.
Who's that?
I don't know if they really did much. The singer lives here now, and he works in film. He's a grip. We
Okay.
worked on a TV show together for a little bit.
What kind of music was it?
It was super like industrial metal.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Do you think if Al Jorgensen had actually produced the rest of Scumdogs, that Guar would have been more of an industrial tinged band going forward?
Well, I think that's probably why they didn't have him do it.
Oh really?
Yeah, because they didn't want somebody imposing a sound on them.
I think that would have been interesting because I mean they did already start using samples and soundscapes and stuff like that.
Yeah. I miss the days when Muscle was doing the sound effects.
Yeah, tell me. I know Muscle is so under appreciated or whatever, however you
So
want to say it.
underappreciated.
Of course, he's on the top of the list to have on this show if we can ever get it together. Tell me a little bit about Muscle and his contributions and his soundscapes and all that kind of stuff.
Muscle had a master's in art, and he worked at the History Museum building stuff there, and he was different than everybody else. He was like, he drank a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he was hilarious when he got drunk. I used to hang out with Chuck and Muscle all the time because they were like no drama.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Brocky and some of the other guys would be off doing whatever they were doing, you know, and I would hang out with Muscle and Chuck because we would just laugh the whole time.
Yeah.
And he just, you know, he did the really well placed, you know, maggots, you know, he had the fly sounds and all that stuff. It was like kind of an integral part of the whole thing for me. I fell in love with Hello when I heard it. So that was
Yeah.
my introduction.
Right. Yeah, what did you think?
Biafra gave me a cassette of Hello.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that on there and yeah, I guess they still do some of that stuff. I don't know if anyone does it live for them anymore. But the samples are amazing, like this, like when they're battling and the swords and the.
But they haven't had those for a long time. I don't think anybody did it after Muscle.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
not sure if
recall
I
them
ever
having
actually seen it.
keyboards anywhere or anything like that.
Yeah, we got to get him on the show. We'll make that happen at some point. Some
He's
of these
living
old
in
Scumdogs, man, they're hard to get.
Cedar Rapids, I think, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what he's doing over there?
Probably just doing, you know, some kind of prop construction. Not props, but miniatures or I don't know, architectural stuff. I don't know. I talked to him once since he left and I left, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah. I wonder if Matt will drop by. I think they're on tour, you guys. They're probably playing a show tonight.
They're playing in Charlotte tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I happen to know. They're almost home.
Yeah, I know. It's so crazy. I saw them at the very beginning of this tour, and it already feels like a million years ago.
I know. It was only a couple weeks ago for me.
I know. It was in March, but it's like, you know, holy crap. Touring is a whirlwind.
Michael's coming out on the 17th, I think, and we're going to film him for an intro video for my show, Lucha Baboom de la Liz.
Yes. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now, and I have been doing for the last 22 years.
Right.
It's Mexican wrestling, burlesque, comedy together with some live music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very chaotic, like I like it. Apparently.
Does it only happen in San Francisco, or does it tour around as well?
Oh no, I'm in LA now.
Oh yeah, in LA.
We toured Australia, Japan, New Jersey.
Oh wow.
No, we did up both coasts, and we played repeatedly in Chicago and then in Amsterdam, and you know, we've been around a lot. We did a whole tour of Australia.
So why, like, what drew you to wrestling initially? Like, what was it about wrestling for you?
I was working in the film industry. I still am, actually. I do special effects costuming. Like, go figure, you know. I was doing that before GWAR. And then after, when I moved back here, I started working in the film industry doing that kind of stuff. And I made these, worked on these baboons, these realistic baboons. And I had to go to Mexico to take care of the baboons. Suits.
Right.
And the baboons too. Well, I took
Yeah.
care of one of them real good. But, I hooked up with one of them, and he was a stunt guy, and we ended up having a 10-year relationship, and he was a wrestler.
Gotcha.
So just put two and two together, and that's how that happened.
And you've been producing it for 22 years, huh?
22 years.
Wow. What are some of the highlights of Lucha Vavroom de la Liz?
We had, do you know who Ronda Rousey is by any chance?
The UFC fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
She was in our ring, fighting in our ring.
Nice.
That was like, I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, she's probably never wrestled anything smaller than like a coliseum, you know?
Right.
And there she was in our little 2,000 seat venue.
It must have been fun for her though, right? To kind of
Oh,
like
she
have
loved
fun with it.
She was so sweet. She
Yeah.
was so sweet, but some guy was bugging her, and she just turned around and looked at him. He was like, "Woo!" and ran away.
Yeah, I bet I would be fucking terrified of her.
Yeah. They
What
kicked
are
the shit out of this guy, her and her partner Marina, and this other woman wrestler, one guy, and he looked like a chewed dog toy when they took him out.
Oh man. This was
Yeah.
not part of the show, right?
No,
Yeah.
not exactly.
Yeah. Did she wear a lucha mask or
No,
no?
she's
She was
straight
just-
up jogging bra, shorts.
Yeah, yeah.
and
You have that
a
on video?
basket. I do.
Nice.
We used to film everything with 3 cameras.
Right. Do you release that stuff often or?
We haven't released any because it's just too difficult. For one thing, I don't feel like the film version of it really resonates as much as a live show.
Right.
And replacing all the music and everything is a huge headache and expense. You know, so I mean, eventually we'll do something. We just need a bigger budget.
Right on. Yeah, like are there any like have you done any DVD releases or anything like that in the past 22 years? No. So you have like 22 years of material, maybe a documentary? What do you think
It's
about a
all
documentary?
archived. It's all archived.
Yeah. What's the plan? A documentary
know.
might be a good idea.
I know.
Is there a good story there to tell? Speaking as a documentary and a professional editor.
These guys did a documentary, but they weren't around us for very long, you know?
Oh, really?
They didn't really, it was really kind of boring.
It was a full-length documentary or just like a mini piece?
It was a full length, and it got a little bit of a theatrical release and everything, but didn't end up going anywhere.
When was this? Is it out anywhere now for people to see?
No, you can see it on YouTube, I think.
Do you remember what it was called?
I don't.
Just look up Lucha Vavroom
I was
documentary.
so disinterested in it. My partner was the one that wanted to do it,
Right.
not me.
And did they use all the archive material?
They used
Or-
some of it, and they shot some stuff.
Mhm.
But
Interesting.
they picked out 5 characters, you know, not the most fascinating 5 characters.
Oh,
You know what
jeez.
I mean? They didn't really get the whole basis of the whole thing,
Mhm.
you know, which is the crossover. My partner tended to ignore the Hispanic part of the whole thing.
Wasn't that
Which is-
kind of part of the whole thing?
It's the basis of the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean that's in the title, right? It's in
Yeah.
Yeah, that's oof. Gotcha. Negligent filmmakers, come on.
I know. Well, I'm living I mean, so do you if you live in New York, you know.
Mhm.
Everybody's a filmmaker here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this
Michael wrote the treatment and the script for our intro video.
Oh yeah, so what
It's
is he
really
going to be
fascinating.
doing? Is he going to be in Lothar character or is he doing something else?
He's going to be both our character, and Bobby's making a lucha mask for his mask.
Nice.
And he draws upon his past as a childhood evangelist, tent evangelist,
Mm-hmm.
a lot in it.
Nice.
Like because when he found out that Lucha Libre was a battle between good and evil, he was off and running.
Yeah, that's good territory for him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Definitely.
is it promoting anything specific or just the whole brand in general?
Yeah, we have an intro video that Peaches made that we made with Peaches, and
Nice.
we've been playing it for so long
Mm-hmm.
that we needed something new.
Gotcha.
Not that that one's not great, but you know.
Yeah, you need to freshen it up every once in a
Yeah,
while,
freshen
right?
it up. And plus, this is the first time bringing my two lives together, War
Right.
and Lucha Va Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, except for Hunter. Hunter's performed and Danielle performed with us.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hunter must have done some wrestling for you in the past, right?
Yeah, and Danielle did wrestling, well, kind of, and she did her Tesla stuff too.
Right,
In
right.
the very beginning, we reanimated a wrestler, I believe.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, were you there? Were you around when she wanted to bring that into the GWAR show, and everyone was like, "No, that's like
That
too
was after I
dangerous."
left.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was after I left.
That would have been
Well, fire
probably
coming
too much
back.
with all the blood and stuff going on.
And her fire, and oh my
Yeah.
God, that worried me every single time.
Really? Was there ever any fire
I
incidents?
mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? You know?
Yeah, doesn't she have a Guinness Book of World Record for largest flame or something like that?
Depends on who you ask.
Right.
I'll
That's
just
fair.
put it that way.
Yeah. Gotcha. So was there any like
That's what I was talking about.
the fire incidents or the Guinness Book?
The Guinness Book. Or
Yeah.
being the original copper tone baby or whatever it is. Like,
Okay, I don't know if I've heard that one
like
before.
Trump-like accolades.
Right. Did the fire ever cause any problems in venues that you?
No.
No, she was just real good professional about it.
Yeah, she was pretty good about it.
Let me ask you this, because I remember you said that the first time you actually saw GWAR was a wrestling show, and you have some specific memories about that.
Oh no, the first time I saw GWAR would have been in North Carolina when we played with them. But they were doing a wrestling theme.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah, they were doing one of
Yeah.
their wrestling tours.
Yeah, it's Hunter. Hunter was really big into wrestling. He still
Mhm.
is.
Yeah,
So he's gonna wrestle for us again. I think maybe Halloween.
nice.
He did great last time. He made this like latex version of him curled up into a ball.
Oh, yeah.
On a chain and had someone whip it around. It was amazing. People were like freaking out.
He's very inventive.
Yes.
His gags are always great.
Yeah.
Then when he's
He
like
hurt
on his
himself,
back
though,
and he
after
couldn't.
that.
Well, yeah, he's getting up there and he's still trying to jump off wrestling rings, and I'm worried about
Him
that.
and David Arquette.
Right? Yeah. Did you see that documentary about him being a wrestler?
Yes. Well,
That was great.
he wanted to wrestle on our show too.
Really?
They wanted to produce a TV show with us. Yeah, we have a history with him.
Yeah.
Lucha with him, that is.
Right. That never happened.
No.
Okay. That's fair.
There's lots of things proposed that never happened.
Yeah, of course.
Same thing with more, just one out of 5 will happen,
Mhm.
Or something, get lucky.
The first wrestling, the GWAR show that you saw with the wrestling theme, do you remember anything specific about it? 'Cause I think you were telling me there was like a cardinal sin and that they were
Cardinal
fighting
Sin
stuff.
and Cantor's character,
Yeah, Techno
Destructo, fighting it out.
Nice. Were you like, holy shit?
Yeah.
Did it blow your mind? I mean,
I
even though
wasn't
you had
into
heard about
wrestling
it,
at all
just
back
seeing it,
then.
for the first time, did it blow your mind?
Oh, are you kidding? Yeah. It was a
Mhm.
small place, but still it was insane. That made it even more insane.
Right.
Although the other night was pretty insane.
Yeah, tell
Where,
me
like-
more about this show the other night. for
We
you.
got there and there was a line around the block of mostly middle-aged people. And
Mhm.
for an all-age show, it was like, and people had their white shirts, and they're all
Yeah.
ready to go run up and get spewed on. It was just rowdy and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
People were digging it big time. It was sold out.
I know. I saw so many people I knew there. I probably knew more people at the LA show than the New
You
Jersey
were
show.
there?
No, I just
Oh.
saw pictures of all the people that I know there.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, we went backstage and hung out for a while. I'm still recovering, so I couldn't really hang out too much.
Right on.
And Michael looked exhausted anyway.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
good.
sure. I mean, like I said, those guys are like the hardest working band.
I know. Bobby and Matt were still packing the cases, but Dirks was packing his own case. It was
Oh
very
yeah.
yeah.
But at least they got the union guys to bring it into the trucks for them, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's not so much here as it is in New York.
Oh, okay. So that's
Yeah.
specific to like regions.
You can only take it from the door in. You
Yeah,
can't,
that's such a
or
weird
no,
rule.
from the truck to the door or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
played the Roseland Ballroom. That was a trip.
Oh
We
yeah.
left a stain on the floor
Really? When was this? In the 90s, right?
in the 90s. Yeah.
Saw them
I
there
just remember
once.
Debbie Harry's husband, Chris.
Oh yeah,
Chris
he's
was
also in
there.
Blondie, right?
Yeah, and this
Mhm.
other guy we used to call Officer Wrecking Machine. He was
Okay.
like from Boston. You hung out with those slap shot dudes, and he
Mhm.
thought he was a cop and he had a cop looking car and a cop looking clothes, and we used to call him Officer Wrecking Machine. Then he got a job as a real New York cop.
Okay.
And he was like, someone was throwing eggs off the Ed Sullivan building at the bus. And he took out his gun. And he's like, "Hey, you fuckers, I'm a fucking cop. Knock it
Jesus.
off," waving his gun in the air. And we're just like, oh my God, no. And insulting Chris Stein, like, cringy.
Wow. And then Blondie never brought Guar on tour with them. That's a shame.
No, but they were close with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny and Brocky used to have some gun thing with them. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to say any more about it.
Right. Gotcha. Still don't understand how they've been touring so frequently and so long and still haven't had many longtime members quit yet. I guess. I mean, that's why they're longtime members, right?
Well,
I guess some of them
I'm
have
trying to
come
think
and
of
gone.
who's actually an original.
Nobody.
Nobody is.
But
Nobody's attendant now.
from the Scumdogs era, it's Brad, Dirks.
Well, Brad wasn't even original when I got there.
No, he wasn't. But like, if we're gonna
It was
start,
Mosby.
yeah, exactly. If we're gonna say like who is the most original and who has stayed since then, it's Dirks, Brad, and I guess Bobby, and then Matt.
Michael and Dirks were new when I got there.
Yeah.
They were new. They were the new kids.
You mean Brad and Dirks?
No, Dirks and Michael.
Bishop?
They came at the same time because they were friends.
No, Bishop was on Hello.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Uh-uh.
Are you sure?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he was.
He
didn't write the songs.
Me, but
I think yeah, it's because some of the old Guilty songs made it on there as well, I heard.
Well, you would know better than me, so
yeah.
I came after Hello. So.
Yeah, but he was definitely still yeah, I think
I know they were friends and it's the same age.
Right.
So they kind of came together a little bit.
It was pretty recent history though, like all those people joining together. It was definitely all before Scumdogs.
What's his name got fired? Not
Dewey? No.
Dewey just kind of had a meltdown.
Yeah, he wasn't into some of the directions of the stage
Sean
show,
and
right?
Guys. They were the original. The Death Piggy guys.
Right. There was the Death Piggy guys, and then there was the alternative guys.
Yeah. Jim would dip in and out and take, do drumming when somebody else couldn't make it or they were in between drummers.
Yeah, Jim's been on the show a couple times.
Jim's awesome. How come he wasn't on with Alternatives?
Yeah, he was the first time, and then the second time he was filling in for a band, and they were on tour at the time, so or they were getting ready for a tour.
I see.
But he also did his own episode, just him. So
Yeah, Jim's the best.
yeah, he's great.
He wrote "Sick of You," by the way.
Yes, I've heard that. Yeah, and
That's
still like the biggest GWAR song.
I
Could you?
know.
Is it surprising to you that of all the GWAR songs, like that's the one that's like the most memorable?
Not at all, because his songs are so catchy. He just used
Mhm.
to write these goofy ass songs. Like some
Yeah.
of them so offensive, I don't even know if I can say them on your show.
Oh, really? Well, feel free to put them in the private chat.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, Bishop was. I'm getting confirmation from the super fans that Bishop was on Hello.
Oh,
Yeah, he was like 16 or something when he was on that
I
record.
know, because he was so
So
young
nuts.
already, like when they were doing Scumdogs.
Yeah.
But when I came in, it was like Hello was ancient to me, you know. But it wasn't that much before I got there.
No, it was their only album at that point.
Yeah.
So I guess let's continue on with the story. Like how I guess the next big step was like they signed to Metal Blade, and you probably had a lot to do with
I
that.
negotiated it. Yeah.
Yeah, how
I
was
did.
that? Any good stories about Metal Blade, Brian Slagle? No.
And our producer, Chinese chicken salad. Say that to any member of GWAR, especially Michael. He'll laugh.
For Scumdogs?
Chinese chicken salad.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try to remember that.
Like that with a lisp.
Okay.
Anyway, no, I mean, it wasn't too drama. You know, it was the whole West Coast, Metallica, you know, all that stuff, you know. That was their big break band, you know.
Yeah. And they were getting the Warner Brothers deal pretty soon after that too, right?
Yeah, the distribution.
Yeah. And then GWAR destroyed that for them. Do you have any stories about that?
Oh, yes, I do.
At least, I mean, I know there's been, you know,
Brocky can't, you know, no matter how good of a song they write, Brocky could not resist putting foul lyrics to it. And there was an agreement within the band that there was no censorship, even amongst band members. You know, it wasn't a formal agreement, but it was an understanding, you know?
Yeah.
So even if they wrote the most brilliant song, it would never get radio play because he couldn't help himself.
What, you mean you couldn't put Baby Dick Fuck on the radio? Come on.
Who did Bish Buck? Is that Brock? I mean, is that Michael?
That was a Brocky song, I think. Yeah.
Bish Buck? It
Yeah.
sounds like if that was like, is Michael like emulating Brocky to the point of writing songs too now?
Yeah, that was on We Kill Everything, 1999 or so.
I was long gone by then. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like that was sort of the album when they were kind of falling apart, and it was just back to like the trio, and it was then I guess he had you know, the Dave Brocky Experience for the
DBX.
continuation of his silly songs, so GWAR could get a little bit more serious again.
Danny Black.
What did he do?
He was in DBX.
He was?
Yes.
Well, it was just Brad Brad, Brocky, and Jerks was the band.
Yeah, but Danny was in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know much about Danny Black. I don't need to ask you about him right now.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So let's see. Let me show some pictures and see what comes up. I know you sent me some pictures. Is it okay for me to show them?
Sure.
All right. Who's this right here?
That's me.
How old are you there? Is this during the time that you were working with GWAR?
Yes. I look like a little fat kid.
Yeah, you look pretty young there.
I think I was like early 30s.
Okay. Yeah. And then what's the story
God, that
with
was
this?
the very first barbecue.
Right.
And I'm holding a bunch of frozen, a guy who I had a crush on. his childhood collection of Super Balls that were frozen in a glass jar. I put them up on the roof, and they were melting and
Oh wow.
and going down and hitting people on the head, stuff. And I was drunky drunk.
Yeah.
Drunk. That was crazy, man.
Tell me about the first barbecue. And when was that?
That was the second slave pit on Chamberlain Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
That one, and we had this big yard full of dog shit and God knows what else. And we had the barbecue out there, the barbecue. It was this 11,000 square foot building, just packed with GWAR stuff.
Yeah.
And it was brutal. Michael and Brocky made a big garbage can full of fortified wine and moonshine.
Oh God.
It was right next to the barbecue, and people were throwing cigarette butts and chicken bones in it and stuff. And
jeez,
it would just like kind of circumvent the chicken bones and take glass. And yeah, I lost my shoes. That's all I remember.
Do you remember who else? I'm assuming they did a ROG thing there, but was there any other bands that played it that you remember? The first.
There weren't bands. I don't think that. I don't.
Oh, really?
I don't remember. I don't remember any bands, but I was pretty.
Oh,
drunk.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, we got another picture here.
Oh, that's Halloween.
Uh-huh.
And I'm dressed. That's Melanie Mandel right there. The director.
Melanie, come on the show.
Melanie, are you on?
I know.
I did it. You got to do
Say
it.
hello. Say hello in the chat.
She's busy.
We're gonna get Mel on the show.
She's doing an Instacart commercial right now.
Oh, okay.
And that's me as a chola. Which
Nice.
I had not yet moved to LA, so I really didn't know what I was doing. But
Right.
I was wearing a wig, and it almost kept catching on fire because I was
Oh no.
cooking at the hole in the wall.
Right. Yeah, and Melanie.
I don't know who that guy is.
Right, that's funny. He looks like he's ready for a GWAR show in that white shirt.
Right.
And I guess this could bridge sort of a conversation. I know Melanie was the infamous director of Skullhead Face, right?
Yes.
And a friend of yours. How did she come into the picture? And what are your memories of my favorite movie of all time, Skullhead Face?
Oh my God, that was more fun because there weren't any outsiders losing their
More
mind.
fun than Phallus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Phallus was so fun. I have a picture that I gave my mom of me. Well, that's Phallus. Anyway, yeah, it was a great time. The usual squabbling and what have you. They picked on Melanie a lot. But Melanie's been around since I got there. She was already involved with GWAR when I got there.
Oh, really?
We were
What was she doing with them back then?
filming stuff. Like I think I told you, she would be with the film camera, and Catherine Leatherwood would have the camera. And they were good friends from art school, and they would be lurking around, like filming and photographing everything.
Mm-hmm. And then you had a role also in that movie, right? Wait, I have a picture
Yes.
of that.
Oh
I don't
my
have the
God.
video clip
They showed
up,
it
but-
as a show in LA, the whole thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was part of the show this year.
Did they show it on the one you saw?
Yes, yes.
Oh my God.
I don't think a lot of the audience knew what it was because they were like, "Oh my God, that's so funny." I'm like, "Yeah, of course, it's Sperm and Slime."
Brocky looks hilarious.
I
don't
know.
if
You
he
guys,
actually
that's Dave
shaved his
Brocky.
head. I don't know if he actually shaved his head or I think he must have. It looks like it.
You think he did? Really?
I think he did.
Wow, that's dedication. Any memories of being on the set or
Okay.
any
Like
insights?
right there, getting splashed with jizz.
Yeah. Just a typical day as the GWAR manager, right?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
one thing I remember too is the Gorgor egg. Was that
That was Phallus.
That was Phallus.
Yeah, well, tell me about the Gorgor egg.
It was out in the yard. We had this gravel yard, and we had Turf, our Doberman, and then Brad had a Rottweiler that I hated.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
And they were drinking out of it, and it had like concentrated blue food coloring in it, and there were like bright blue dog turds everywhere.
Jeez.
Like, just typical. It was a toxic wasteland for animal and man. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, while we're on the topic of Skullhead Face, like I know the distribution of that never really went according to anyone's plan. Like, what's your insight into that, and what was the plan?
The plan was chaos as usual. We didn't have a plan for distribution. I mean, that's where the whole "don't talk about it, just do it" thing kind of goes awry.
So I mean, they shot it on film, and from what I hear, they intended it to be sort of like a touring midnight movie type of situation. And of course, none of that happened, right?
It never happened.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why. I don't remember, but
I guess Metal Blade just didn't know what to do with it, or
yeah, I didn't know what to do with it and didn't really know how to do that. I mean, I guess I can blame myself a little bit for that.
blame yourself a little bit for that.
I'm blaming myself a little bit for that.
Okay.
I should have been on it more, but I didn't really know too much about films or anything
Right.
at that point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know every time I bring that movie up, everyone like gets depressed. But I mean, I think it's great. Was it kind of like a sore point for the band at the
I don't remember it being. There was always so much going on,
It was just kind of
And
like
it's
on to
a
the
long,
next.
drawn out thing, It didn't like suddenly happen that it didn't get distribution. It was like a lot of trying and failing.
Okay. Yeah. So then just Metal Blade just put it out on video and that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
No. I mean, there was one more Grammy nomination, but that was for So Fucking What.
That's right. Okay, let's talk about So Fucking What. I love that song. I think they should bring it back.
So Fucking What?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite GWAR songs. I don't think I've ever seen them play it live. I think they've only played it on one tour, probably around the time they wrote it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was there for the whole thing, but wasn't super impressed by the movie.
Yeah, I haven't. I think I watched it once and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But
got a Grammy nomination.
yeah, that's so crazy because from
He
what I
didn't
heard,
like us. I'm surprised. That guy Michael Green did not like us.
yeah. Well,
At
that's
all.
so funny. Did you go the second time as well?
No, I was in the
No.
process of quitting right then.
Right. Well, did the band go?
I
You
don't know.
Because I only know the stories from the first one where we showed that picture.
Smoking crack in the bathtub.
Sure. We'll add that
I'll
to
just
the
leave
list.
that there.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
I don't know what other people have told you and haven't told you.
I don't remember where I hear things from people or where I've just absorbed information. I know there's a piece of it in the documentary, and there's George Clinton and Madonna is
Oh my
involved.
God, yeah, that's all true.
Yeah, that's all true. Were
All
you there
true.
for that?
Oh yeah, we were hanging out with Chili Peppers, who I knew already, because they wouldn't let us in the same, even anywhere near, because that was the year Warner Brothers won big.
Okay.
That was The Bodyguard and
Dookie Fleischwater's in The Bodyguard.
He is?
Yeah, he's an extra in it.
Really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
That
Oh.
scene where she's like performing in the club, like there's a bunch of punk rockers and he's one of them. And
That's
Gabby too,
funny.
I think.
That's funny.
Yeah.
He's hard to miss.
Well, yeah, it's like I had to go like frame by frame to see him, and you see that bright green hair and you're like, oh, there he is.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, I got some more pictures. Let's see. What's going on here?
Danielle painted me like the Venus of Willendorf.
What is the Venus of Willendorf?
It's that famous like not prehistoric, but that stone figure of a woman,
Okay. No, I don't know much about it.
Oh, anyway. And I had to ride my bicycle home like that.
Oh boy.
Without the head thing on, but I was just painted like rock all the way.
So what was this for? Was this for a GWAR related thing?
Yeah, something Danielle was doing. I don't know.
Yeah. You don't remember?
That's a slave pit,
Was this the slave pit?
No, that was my house. I think.
Oh, okay.
My apartment.
Gotcha.
Like it.
I do think. All right, sperm and slide. Okay, what's going on here? Is this at the slave pit?
That's working at the slave pit. Who's that behind me?
That's what I was gonna ask you. It's
Uh,
blurry, so it's hard to tell.
it's either Randy Dugan or
Who's Randy Dugan?
Dawn. Randy Dugan was helping me in the office. He was also in a bunch of good bands in Richmond. He helped me in the office, and he ran it after I left for a while. I don't know if he was managing, but he was running the office anyway.
What bands was he in?
Oh God, Melanie would have to tell you that. I think
Okay.
Melanie's still in a band with him.
Really? I didn't know she played music.
Yeah, she does. It's kind of cursory.
Do you know what her band is right now?
She didn't tell me the name. If she did, I didn't hear it.
Gotcha. I'll have to inquire about that.
Yeah, when you talk to her, hear that,
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes. Well, we are in contact, so
She's
yeah.
got tons of good stories too. I think she's just more afraid to tell them.
Yeah. Well, it's time
She
to
still has
talk.
connections with Richmond, so
Right. Well, I don't want to get anyone in trouble. There's all positive vibes here on this show. But, I'd love to talk to her and hopefully she can tell some stories. Didn't realize that was Brocky and you in the sperm and slide commercial. Yep.
Yep, that's me.
We saw that one. All right, so here's the old slave pit,
Oh
right?
yeah, there I am up in the corner with. Oh, that's what he was an interim guitar player. I can't even remember his name now. Next time.
Which next to you?
Next, in between me and Hunter, up in the corner.
I have no idea who that is, and I would love to.
He was in Ex Cops.
Oh, Mike Dunn.
Mike Dunn, yeah.
He was the drummer of Ex Cops. He was playing guitar too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
No
that.
drummer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that guy was a killer drummer. I mean, that Ex Cops record, I was convinced it was a drum machine because of how like mechanical those drumming parts
Yeah,
were.
those Texas guys really could rock out, man.
He was in a band with Casey in Texas called Blowhole, also with Mike Scascia.
Yeah, exactly.
From Rigor
Mike
Mortis
Scascia
and
passed away. I know.
yeah, and Ministry, of course. He's like the famous Ministry guitar player. So what do you know who took this photo? Because I would love to I've only seen terrible quality
I bet
versions
you
of this
Melanie
photo.
took it.
Yeah.
I bet you Melanie took it, or Catherine.
I would love to get like a high quality version of this. This is such a great stamp in time.
There's Scott Crawl, Dave Muscle, Dawn, Pete,
Bobby, right?
Bobby, Dirks, Hunter, Mike Dunn, me, Brocky, Matt, Danielle, Brad, Bonner.
Yeah.
Turf. That's Turf, the dog I was talking about.
Right.
Casey and wait, who's that?
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is at the end. He's holding a boom mic or something.
Yeah. Who is that? Oh, I think that's a filmmaker friend of mine.
Oh yeah?
It is. Yeah.
What was he doing there?
Well, he lived in Richmond at the time. He's here now, and he's a pretty big DP now.
Okay. Was he doing work for GWAR or?
I have no idea, but it looks like it because that's a professional boom mic. We must have been doing up to something.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what was happening here.
That's a solid crew right there.
I know, that's why this picture is so great. Because it's such a mark in time and like without the costumes too,
Yeah.
That's great.
Everybody was there. This is like the core crew that I spent the most time with.
That's great. I'd love to find the real version of that picture. I hope I'm allowed to show this one. This is like the share sheet for the original, I guess, setup of the slave pit. Like, how were you part of setting this whole thing up? And
I set the entire LLC, and that's not an LLC; it was a corporation. I set the whole damn thing up.
Yeah, well, that's kind of amazing. You want to tell us a little bit about that? Because I mean, it's still sort of operating up until today, right?
I guess so. Yeah, I turned my shares in for cash.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure all the listings have changed since then, but
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we set it up as a sort of a collective. In
mhm.
other words, instead of having band members, separating everybody out, it was a
Yeah.
collective of 15 people. Are there 15 people? 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, basically
19.
15, 19 people. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Steve Douglas, huh?
Steve Douglas. Yeah, right.
Why was he still he
He
was still
lives in
involved?
he lives in Australia now.
Yeah, I know, he's been on the show.
Oh, really?
I've
Oh,
had all these surviving members of Death Piggy on the show, yeah.
right on.
Yeah, he was great. It was, like, crazy to schedule because the time difference in Australia.
It's a year. I mean, a year.
It's like
It's
a
a
whole
day,
day.
4 hours difference.
Yeah.
I
So it
was
was like
so
yeah, it was a crazy timing. Go check out my episode with Steve Douglas. I've had a lot of these people on the show. Pete Lee, Dewey, Brad, Bob, you. Still trying to get Scott Crawl. If anyone could get in touch with Scott Crawl for me. And
he's
Mike
not in
Dirks, he doesn't
Richmond.
want to do it. Bonner doesn't want to do it either.
Bonner doesn't. Yeah, he's
That's
kind
okay.
of over it.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, in due time, if you it's always an open invitation.
I think Colette is still really good friends with Mike and Heather, his wife Heather.
Oh yeah, Heather. Okay.
Heather Bonner. Yeah,
Okay.
Heather was like one of the most supportive wives
Nice.
ever,
I heard Mike
He
was
put up
hanging
with
out
a
at
lot
one of
of
the
shit.
shows I was at, but I didn't get to meet him.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, like a couple years ago when the X-Cops were back on tour with them.
Oh,
I heard reports that he was
I
there, and
love
I'm like,
Bonner.
yeah.
He and Scott were like the perfect, like cartoonish, like slaves.
Yeah. I have met Scott though, at least, even though it's about 20 something years ago at this point. So it was way before I started this show.
And for other Gore fans, Mike Bonner was the one with the huge dick.
Yes.
Besides Rocky.
Right.
That was
The slave.
Oh, by the way, in your opening thing, it says there were no convictions. That's not true.
Oh, well, Guar made that. I didn't make that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rocky
Yeah.
was convicted. We did a plea deal.
If you heard the voice, that was definitely Mike Dirks talking in that.
Oh, Mike Dirks.
Yeah. So I think he probably made that. I just like to play it because it's still, even though I think it's technically 42 years of Guar, they're still on their 40th anniversary run. So it's a lot. I'm sure it's a lot of misinformation in that one.
Yeah, he was just a kid then.
Yeah.
That's like my 4 a.m. phone calls. Oh my God.
Who, with Dirks?
No, just in general with Guar.
Oh yeah.
Like Brocky's being arrested. Everyone's kind of like, what?
Right.
They were
I was gonna say
"He's being
something else.
arrested right now. Like, I was like, what do you want me to do about this? It's 4:00 in the morning.
Oh, so you were getting the phone calls? I was wondering where you were when that situation happened. Another thing in Charlotte.
Yep. And that's what Alice in Wonderland was based on.
Right.
And I called the lawyer in New York, and he's like, I'm a New York Jew. I'm not going down to North Carolina.
Yeah. So he just spent the night in jail, or what happened?
We got him a lawyer down there and got him out, and the rest is history.
The ACLU won a lawsuit for him, right?
No, that was Athens, Georgia.
Oh, what happened in Athens, Georgia?
I was there for that one.
Oh, tell me this story.
These Southern sheriff dudes were trying to shut the show down. They were outside, like flicking through the pages. My mom was with me.
Oh wow.
They were like flipping the pages, trying to find some law that they were breaking, and they stormed in finally and went into the dressing room. But everybody had already taken all their gear off, and they're like, they wouldn't tell them who was who.
Right.
And the show was over anyways. But
it was like they were trying to find the priest character, right?
Yeah, but REM was like, not in my town, and they got the ACLU involved. And REM.
Wait, REM?
Yeah.
I was involved with this? I had no idea.
Yeah, REM totally got involved. They were like, that's not happening in our town.
Wow.
And we ended up getting $17,000 or something, but most of it went to the ACLU, which is as it should be, I guess,
Right, and of course Brocky accepted it as odorous with the dead child.
Yeah.
Right, that's in the documentary. So wow, but hey, we should get tell me more about their association with REM. With their fans, did they come to shows? And
I don't know, but they consider Athens their home territory.
for sure,
And they weren't
yeah.
going to let that go on in their home territory. So they got involved. You know, we spoke with their management, not them, but with their management. And they helped towards, you know, legal expenses. And then they got the
Wow.
ACLU involved. And I saw a cartoon the next year when we went on tour. It said, wow, the fireworks sure are lame this year. It's like, yeah, they had to give all that money to GWAR.
Wait, what? What cartoon was that?
Cartoon in the Athens newspaper.
Oh wow, I've never seen that. That's great. Well, REM, come on the show. Why not? I think one of the members of Ministry joined them for a while, didn't they?
REM?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's an odd
I
couple.
think their bass player, wasn't it Paul Barker? Or
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I'm not an expert on either of those bands, so
Me neither. I know a little bit more about Ministry.
yeah, of course. That's much more direct involvement with GWAR, and
Yeah,
of course
absolutely.
Casey was in that band and
Yeah.
all that stuff too. And of course Mike Scascia coming from Rigor Mortis into Ministry and all that stuff.
Casey was really broken down when he died.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, that was
I'm
like his
still really
music
good
partner.
friends with Casey's ex-wife, Kelly.
Uh-huh.
He was
Did you
also
Did you know Mike?
No, I didn't know Mike Scascia.
Yeah. I never got to see him play or anything.
Casey talked about him all the time.
Yeah. And I mean, they did do a Rigor Mortis reunion pretty soon before he died, so that's cool. They did a
Yeah.
new record and everything. Let's see, what's this? Oh, this is Lucia Vadroom, right?
That's from Lucia Vadroom.
Yeah, this is a more recent picture.
That's Taya Valkyrie. She's in AEW now.
Oh, cool.
That's
Nice.
backstage or down in the alleyway. It was really hot. I
Mhm.
remember that much.
Yeah, I guess this was going to be my bridge to talking about Lucia Vadroom, but I guess we kind of already went through that. Or any fun things coming up in the future for Lucia Vadroom de la Liz?
We have a show, Drinko de Mayo, on the 30th of May
Okay, that's coming up.
at our new home in Pomona, the Fox Theater.
Nice.
Super fun.
What's going to happen?
We're going to premiere our new Blowfar intro video there. Then,
right on.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We're not thwarted again.
Yeah.
Last time it was a blizzard that thwarted us.
Oh, no.
Michael couldn't get up and get his gear because all the airports were shut down.
Is it like a lot of extra luggage getting that gear flown in?
I know, he said it wasn't that bad.
Well, he doesn't have those big horns anymore, so
I know, thank God. That was
I know, that was
he couldn't even
he was
go
always
through
knocking
doorway.
into everything.
I know. I was like, what the hell are you guys trying to do?
I mean, I guess he wanted that like odorous like presence, you know.
Right. Did you see the thing Jon Stewart? Yeah, it was Jon Stewart.
Yes. The Trump.
What is GWAR's lead singer doing back there?
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was
the
like a
same
week ago.
Fucking thing when I saw it. I thought the exact same thing. It was like
I never looked close enough until I saw that segment, and I immediately was like, yes. Did you know Jon Stewart back then?
No.
Because I think he used to bartend at the City Gardens when GWAR used to play there.
Oh, that's right. Shitty Gardens.
Yeah, you probably called it that, right?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so Jon Stewart should come on the show. He's definitely had some GWAR experience.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah, I know, right?
You got some attention from Trump.
Why not? Hey, that'd be
works for
great
everybody
promotion.
else.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, and John and he's done some other stuff with GWAR. I love when GWAR just like kind of permeates the pop culture. It wasn't John, it was John Oliver also like did some stuff with GWAR recently, and he's like a Daily Show alum. So
one of my favorites is the Joan Rivers show.
Yeah, were you part of
beautiful.
setting that up?
Yep. And
Tell
I was
us
at
about
home.
that.
I didn't go with them. I couldn't for some reason. And I was just like, please don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up.
Oh no, it was brilliant.
No, Michael and Brocky were on their best behavior.
Hmm.
It's so funny.
How
They're
do you go
so
about setting
freaking
up something like
intelligent.
that?
Huh?
How do you go about setting up something like that? Or is there any good stories about
We
that?
usually get contacted, and I go back and forth with the production company, make arrangements for their flights and hotels, and blah
So
blah blah.
they contacted you
Any
again?
contracts, I would do the contracts.
Hmm. So
Yeah, they
they
would.
found
Yeah,
you.
yeah. We never went out looking for it. Maybe they would call William Morris first.
Hmm.
Maybe not. But for the most part, even when William Morris took something up, I had to go over the contracts and stuff like that. So there was a lot of contract negotiation in my past
Yeah,
and
that
my future
sounds
too.
so boring.
Still doing it.
So you did all the boring stuff.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
stuck. I thought I was going to be able to work on these awesome costumes and everything, when I went
Right,
out
because
there.
you have a
That's what like
background in
Biafra
that.
was saying. He's like, oh, and my friend who was on tour with MDC, it's like right up your alley. They have costumes and music and blah 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 blah. Now I made Sleazy's suit
Oh, really?
and the guitar cover for Mike's bass.
Oh, yeah, and you said he hated that, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, it
zipped
looks
on.
great. I know it's not
They
very
eventually
functional.
put it on the guitar itself, but I was afraid to do that because I didn't want to ruin the guitar. That was in the early days when there weren't so many guitars to be had.
Hmm.
We didn't have all the sponsorships and everything in place.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, did they have any sponsorships back then? And
Yes, Brad
was
had a
this,
cymbal sponsorship. We had a string sponsorship.
did they
We
get
had
those
bar sponsorship.
Steinberger guitars? Was
Yeah,
that a sponsor?
yeah.
Yeah. That's the reason I started using Steinbergers. It works, man. You see Guar use it, and then I wanted it as a kid. So
There you
that
go.
was my influence. I used Steinberger for like 20 years.
We used to have Lucha Boom used to have a sponsorship with El Jimador tequila. Would that make you want to drink El Jimador tequila?
Well, I'd have to see it in practice. Yeah.
It's terrible.
No, I probably not. I think I was more susceptible to the musical instruments than the alcohol.
There you go.
Yeah, although I would love to try. I know they have more recent guar themed tequila or whiskey, I think it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, Brad. I think that was Brad's thing. And they made these like great toppers for it, and it was like the heads of the characters.
Oh,
I
wow.
really just wanted those. I didn't need the full bottles, you know.
Yeah, just the toppers.
Yeah, I want those.
I can't even think about drinking tequila now. Ugh.
Yeah, I think I had a shot of whiskey last night when I was out, but it's not, yeah,
I
not
don't
a
do
big
that
drinker.
shit anymore. I couldn't. I
Yeah.
was mostly sober when I was doing guar.
Oh,
Except
yeah.
a few times.
Right. Is
Like
it
on the
because you
bus,
had
on
to
the
be, or
hotel.
because,
Well, somebody had to be sober. I mean, not that everybody was drinking all the time, but I remember them, when my office was off of this main room where we had the old table from Skullhead Face,
Mhm.
and they would be out there smoking bong hits, and I couldn't. But if I did,
No.
oh, I'll just have one bong hit. Then of course the lawyer would call from New York or
Oh,
would call
Jesus.
from the label. I was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
So I just kind of gave it up. And then I went on a big bender at the end after I quit.
Right. Well, we'll get there pretty soon. Let's see if I can catch up on some comments here. I was at a DVD blowout sale today, and they found the SFW soundtrack. Didn't buy it, but it was neat seeing something adjacent to Guar. Oh, you should have bought it. I think it's a way better soundtrack than it is a movie. I know Hole was on it, and
Being it next adjacent to Guar.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I was gonna say, to follow up the SFW thing, it's so funny that was nominated for a Grammy because they submitted a demo, I guess expecting that they would give them a budget to do the real thing, and they just used the demo, and it got nominated for a Grammy.
I know. Well, I mean, Alice in Wonderland. Who would think that would ever reach the eyes and ears of the Grammy people ever in a million years?
That must have been a joke internally. Like,
Who would have thought it? Like, I know, but I'm telling you, man, that guy Michael Green really hated us, and we were trying to do things like because we were on Warner Brothers then, so
Right.
Warner Brothers had the final say of what we could and couldn't do. But we were rushing back to the hotel to change into the GWAR outfits and then go back and do some stunt, and then go back and put on formal wear and back and forth and back and forth.
So they knew they weren't going to get in with those costumes, but they would figured
They
they'd
let
do it
us
anyways.
one time.
Really?
Yeah. They wouldn't let us anywhere near the big tent where all the big celebrities were.
That's so funny. Internally in the Slave Pit, were people fucking stoked that you got that Grammy nomination? Or I know they play it cool in character, but
No, they were stoked, except for Brocky. I don't think he,
Really?
you heard his opinion.
So that was his
That might
real
have been
opinion?
Otis's opinion, but
Right,
his
exactly.
opinion was behind it somewhere.
Yeah, of course.
He used his character to say things that he couldn't.
I think, do you feel like most of the characters definitely reflected the person behind it in some way?
Not really. They were pretty broad characters.
Right.
They didn't really. I mean, Brocky was by far the most outspoken. Michael's very outspoken too.
Right.
Very politically left wing.
How do you, I don't know if this is an answerable question, but if Dave was still around, what do you think he would think about this current political climate?
Oh my God, he'd be losing his mind, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He'd be doing something about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something.
It's always interesting, alternate timeline if that was happening right now.
I have to turn the light on.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Hold on 1 second.
Sure. Can what? What does that mean? What are shares? Well, let's ask her when she comes
Stop.
back.
Stop.
Michael Stipe,
Like
Stewart,
shareholders.
yes.
Shareholders.
Yeah, well, they were asking, what are shares, monetary percentages or something?
Well, it's not necessarily monetary. I mean, I don't know if it ever became monetary, but it's a share like any other stock, like non-public corporation. You have shares. Everybody has a stake in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if it blew up really big, then that's how you would decide how much they got paid if they left, or that's how it worked with my shares. Depending on how many shares I had, and what we felt was fair.
And everyone had health insurance, right?
Oh yeah, right.
No, okay. Oh, I thought there was some sort of deal in there.
Not
No,
no.
not when you were there.
We barely made payroll every year.
Right.
Yeah, barely. So people could
Yikes.
pay their rents and stuff.
You mean GWAR weren't giant rock stars?
They're still not. I mean, Brocky
Yeah.
had a roommate when he died.
Yeah, I know he was in the band.
Yeah.
Right. This is a question for me. Did I ever have any technical problems playing Steinberger? I remember Bishop said he had to repair the bridge 100 times. Well, I always have technical problems with my bass guitars, but that's just because I'm very violent on stage and I just tend to break them. I don't think it's necessarily a Steinberger problem. Although technically the one I played the most was a Spirit, which is like an off-brand Steinberger or like I think it's still in the company somewhere, but I don't know. I just like that they didn't have a head, and it was a lot lighter than a regular bass, so I could jump around a lot more. So I liked that.
You could bash someone in the head with it by accident or on purpose.
Right. Oh, you're talking about the Slave Pit picture, I think. Kind of looks like Chuck or Don. Yeah, I'm sure they were all there, right?
Don was there. I didn't see
Yeah.
Chuck though.
Yeah, that's a good question. Where's Chuck? Let me get that picture back up.
I don't know. Oh, that's weird. Now that you mention it.
Yeah, maybe is that Chuck at the end there?
No, that's not Chuck. I
No.
think that's God, why can't I remember his name? I'm pretty sure it is. He's a big shoot. Oh, maybe it is Chuck.
It could be.
Maybe it is Chuck.
Of course, by
I
the
sent it.
way, everyone go check out the Chuck blood drive thing that's happening. I
Yeah.
know they're doing a big promotion right now. I didn't get an element up for this show, but I'm sure it's on the GWAR website and everything.
I gotta go check that out. Not that I can really spare any blood right now.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd take my blood, but I could go look into that.
I get so many blood draws. I don't have any blood left.
Right. Yeah. But go support Chuck, of course. We're wishing him well over here.
I wish I could get out there to see him, but I can't go
Oh,
anywhere.
they were talking about the photo of the guy in the background that was blurry. This one.
Oh,
I don't think that's Chuck.
that's not Chuck.
Yeah. Or Don.
It looks like Randy Dugan.
Randy Dugan. There you go. Cool. Well, I feel like we could start landing this plane and maybe we could do this again sometime.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Was there any big story arcs with your involvement that I missed here?
I don't think so.
You have any
So
recollection?
many detail stuff,
I
It's
guess,
not,
yeah, I
it's
know.
not big arcs. It's like little crazy things constantly.
Yeah. Of course, my favorite album of all time is This Toilet Earth. Do you remember anything specific about that era?
I mean, I know, wasn't Scumdogs. It might have been This Toilet Earth. I think it was. Which one has maggots on it?
That's Scumdogs.
I guess it was Scumdogs. I listened to the whole, could have been Scumdogs. Anyway, I listened
This
to
Toilet
one
Earth is
whole,
the one that had all the Skullhead face stuff in it.
I listened to one whole album being written, rehearsed, and recorded.
America Must Be Destroyed, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Never forget that.
Yeah, what was that
Because they were
like?
right under, their practice room was right underneath my office. So it was like constant. And
Yeah, were you
I usually
digging
went
it?
in the studio with them.
Was it fun or was it kind of annoying after a while?
Well, being in the studio for hours. Hearing it? It was
Yeah.
annoying, definitely. And not after that long.
Right.
But I still love those songs.
Yeah, when you're hearing them write those songs, are you like, oh, this is a good one?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They were playing some good ones at the show. Melanie and I were both psyched. Especially
Yeah.
she did that artwork for Have You Seen Me?
Oh, okay.
They were
With
playing a
the
lot of old stuff that we both worked on.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
now that Bishop's in the band, and I think Tommy too probably has a hand in picking some of those like obscure songs because he's an old school fan too. Did you get to meet Tommy?
I got to meet him, yeah.
Yeah,
He has
he's
a
awesome.
very, very nice guitar sound.
Yeah, he's
It's
amazing.
cleaner. It's like cleaner than Dirk's. I mean, not that Dirk's isn't brilliant, but it's a cleaner sound than Dirk's.
Right.
Like sharper.
Yeah. No, I think Tommy's a great injection of life into the band, and he's younger than me, I believe.
He seems really nice.
Yeah, he's super cool. I had the benefit that I interviewed him on my other show, like before he was even in GWAR. So
Oh, wow.
I was kind of ahead of the curve on that. So when he ended up in GWAR, it was kind of like, holy shit, that's so cool. Did you meet Margaret at all?
I did.
Yeah, had you met her
Michael
before?
made a special effort to introduce me to her because she's so amazing. Finally, they have a girl that they respect. Honestly, poor Melanie.
Oh, yeah. What exactly was Melanie's role? I see here she was on the Slave Pit Shares. Like she was part of the Slave Pit as well.
Yeah, she was filming. She was also on tour with them and set props and stuff like that. And she did a lot of stuff.
But she never got on stage with them like Margaret does.
No, she got on stage in all black and moved things around.
Right.
Yeah, not like Margaret does.
I gotta get Margaret on the show. Only Margaret and Dirks are the only current members that haven't done it. And Dirks
Dirk's the silent one.
he doesn't want to do it. It's fine. I'm not pressuring him, but the band can peer pressure him if they want to. I'm just gonna leave that there. He absolutely knows there's an open invitation to do it. Okay, so let's land this plane. And someone was excited for me to ask this in the beginning of the show, in the chat. I always end this show asking about Dave, about sharing maybe either a funny or a touching Dave story that maybe nobody's ever heard before.
Oh, I have so many. Dave
You
and I
could
were-
share a few if you want.
Yeah, Dave and I were very close. Many, many funny stories. too many to even like.
I'm
I can tell
sure.
you about the dick on the shoulder. That's always one of my
Yeah.
favorites. I can still feel it to this day.
Oh, jeez.
Blech.
Well, another one. We already heard that one.
Yeah, I know you already heard that one. I think what touched me the most is what he wrote about me.
I
and
don't
also
remember. I know
my-
I've read it all at some point, but remind me.
Did you ever read his article in the Richmond Times Dispatch?
I did, but it hasn't, not recently, so it's not top of mind.
Yeah. Well, I can't quote it, but he just characterized our relationship in the beginning as being very helpful and teaching him stuff about music publishing and merch and all that stuff, And it's not exactly what I expected. I don't know why. I was so beaten down, I guess, at that point. I was just like, no, I think one of the toughest things is when we parted ways, Brocky called me from a payphone in Texas and was really upset because I was enjoying myself. And he thought I should be mourning my past with GWAR or something.
Right. I guess that's another question I should ask you before we get out of here is like, why did you leave? And what do you want to reveal about that?
Well, I mean, I'll just be honest with you. It was so much work, and I never made more than like $800 a month.
Yeah.
And it was really hard work. I was up before everybody else and to bed after. I didn't have a life. I didn't really have a life. I would go to San Francisco to party for a couple of days, and that was about it. And I finally got a chance to have a vacation. And this was the last GWAR tour that I was on. I wasn't really on it. I met them in Amsterdam and then went to Spain with two of my friends and Morocco. And Dave called me from Morocco and wanted me to come back. He said it was urgent. There was an emergency. So I took trains, buses, ferries, got back. And when he picked me up, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. It was kind of a mutual agreement. I say, to be fair. And I said, I just can't do this anymore, and that was it.
Did you help transition in the new management?
I did. I stayed.
Yeah.
I stayed for like a whole year, a little more than a year and a half, and probably at least 6 months of that was me helping like transition into the new management. There was no like hurt feelings or anything, you know. Of course, everybody will have a different story about it probably, but like.
Yeah, you gotta get paid at some point, right?
Yeah, and I was really lenient about the settlement about it. I got enough to make me feel like I, had come away with it with something, but I didn't gouge them in any way, shape, or form, as much as I could with all the information I had.
Yeah.
And Brocky appreciated it, the whole thing, the whole way it was done,
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for doing this. This is, you were a big part of their history, especially during like I would say, the 90s peak era,
I thought so too, but I wasn't there for the rest of it, so I don't know. But I thought that was the most fun part of GWAR.
Yeah, I feel like, I think they're peaking now, but like that whole 90s, that's like the whole establishment of their whole career, really.
Well, that must be because of me. No, I'm
That's
just,
all you, Liz.
I'm just joking.
Yeah. You have any good Dookie stories to close us off?
Dickies?
Dookie.
Oh, Dookie.
That's for me. This
No,
is for
not
me.
even not as good as not as El Duce, but yeah. No,
Right.
Dookie was always pretty well behaved.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
story in
that's
itself.
surprising. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Let me promote myself for a minute here. Of course, go follow Dookie Doc for the latest. If and when there's latest information, trust me, this is always ongoing in the background. But I assure you that I have some sort of a cut of the documentary that's ready to start shopping around or stuff like that. Hey, if you know anybody still that if you're still in touch with the Chili Peppers or anyone who might have seen Haunted Garage that I can't get in touch with, please, help me out. I'm talking to you, Liz.
Yes, I do know those guys, but I haven't seen them since we were on tour with them in
Right.
Australia. So.
Yeah, so because I'm looking for the top of the list now. If I can
Right?
fill
Might as
in
well
those.
go for it.
Yeah, like if I can find the Chili Peppers guys or the Tool guys or those people who are
Flea is
around at the day.
extremely user friendly.
Who is?
Flea.
Yeah, I know. I'd love to get in touch with Flea. I know he's definitely knew Dookie. I think they might have even shared a girlfriend at one point.
Oh dear. I don't know
Yeah.
how Dookie got the hot chicks, but he did.
That's part of the story. I don't know, but he did. Yeah, there was always women around, I hear.
My friend's
Good.
super hot.
Yeah, I believe
She
you.
makes guitars, not just plays them. She makes them.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Dookie cleaned up with the ladies back then. It was impressive.
He did.
Of course, Pop Perversion is my musical project, and you should go follow at Pop Perversion. Get some flyers if you see me. Look at how cool this logo is, right? And stickers. I'm gonna have stickers available. I'll probably set that up in the next few days, but you can always reach out to me directly if you want some stickers. Go check out the song I just put out, the Black Rose Burning remix for Your Retro, featuring Brian Biglione from the Dresden Dolls and Amani Coppola, etc. And of course, if you want to go check out my solo records too, vonesper.bandcamp.com. They're a lot of fun, although I'm really focused on the Pop Perversion. Do you know Ghoul?
Mm-hmm.
No? Okay. Well, Ghoul's coming on the show next. They are Richmond, I guess, underground cave dwelling Guar associated ghouls. Yeah, so I don't know if it's gonna be in character or not. We gotta work out that kind of thing, but it should be interesting either way. I know a lot of Guar fans love Ghoul as well, so come back May 17th for that. And let's see, on my regular show, GWARPod, go check out my recent interview with Emily Autumn if you like theatrical things. This is sort of on a different side of it than Guar, but we had a very fascinating conversation. What's that?
It looks great.
Yeah, Emily Autumn. She's got more like I don't know. She calls it Victorian industrial, and it's sort of like a Broadway show, but in the punk club kind of thing. So she's fascinating, I assure you. And you might like my interview with Trump Card if you want to get into the political punk parody bands of today. They are the one, in an era that started with the Dead Kennedys and Reagan Youth and other punk bands with the president's name in the title. Trump Card is that band for today. So check it out. And then coming up May 7th, Adam Von Bueller. Trust me, it's an interesting story. Check it out. Tapping the Vein if you want. There's more goth shit coming up here. The Philly Goths Tapping the Vein. Right in time for World Goth Day on Friday. And then my friend Georgie's coming on. She's a goth pop princess. I swear not all my shows are goth, but that's just the company that I keep, in my professional world. And let's see, go check out some recent GWARPod interviews like Sarah Sherman or AKA Sarah Squirm from Saturday Night Live. Of course, the X-Cops guys, Scott Bryan, Kurt Ballou from Converge, who mixed the latest GWAR record, Return of Gorgor. We got Brad Roberts, Hunter Jackson, Bob Gorman, of course, the Alternatives returned and they're always fun to talk to. And this is today, Liz Fairbairn. Thank you for being on the show.
Yes, it was nice. Nice hanging out.
Now we got to convince Melanie to be on the show.
Yes.
That's the next step.
She'll see.
Awesome.
She won't get behated. I didn't get beheaded. Not yet.
Yeah, no, we're nice here. I like to bring out the positive stories. You know, if you want to bring up conflict, that's on you. You know,
Yeah.
I'm saying that in general, not just to
I
you.
was usually trying to tamper down conflict. I'm not really into raising conflict. So.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here and supporting the show and enjoying the show. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
Favorite
Thank you, Kevin.
story time. Yes. All right. I'm gonna close this out and I'll see you guys next time for Ghoul. Like, share, subscribe, and comment below.
Like, share, subscribe.